Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And of course, I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us.
Absolutely. And interesting day it was today. We'll dive into some of that conversation in just a couple minutes. But before we get into anything, I've talked about it before. This cool device that I bought not that long ago to make. I brought on the show once Dole Whip, and
Dolphin?
it's the Ninja Creamy Breeze 7-in-1. So it's a pretty cool device where it allows you to take anything. Right, one time I took a couple things of peaches and I dumped them into the container. I threw them in my freezer. I let it freeze, and then the next day or whatever, I took it, put it into the eye creamy or the creamy eye, whatever, and I let it blend up, and it was like sorbet, right? So today, instead of a drink and instead of a treat, I have combined the two items. This is Bacardi Strawberry Margarita. I'm sorry, Jose Cuervo's Strawberry Margarita, where
Okay.
I added a little bit of apple juice, and I also added some fresh pineapple slices to it.
Okay.
So I put that all in here and I froze it, and then I put it in, and now it's like, mm, oh, oh. Mm.
Interesting.
So the first time I did this, I did it with just straight up the drink, the Jose Cuervo like strawberry margarita drink,
hmm
and it was way too potent. Like I was eating it, but it was like, whoo, like every bite was just a little bit too much.
Wait, so is it like, so it's just like the
Mm.
frozen drink?
Yeah. So for example, what you're drinking right now,
Right.
what which is what?
I have still another Lynchburg lemonade.
Very good. So you could take that entire bottle, pour it into this,
hmm
put it in the freezer
Right.
because it will freeze.
Right.
Contrary to popular belief, unless you're dealing with an alcohol over a certain percentage,
This is only 4.8, so
yeah, so
yeah,
that'll
it's definitely
freeze.
freezing.
So you could put that in here, let it freeze overnight or whatever, and the next day you put it into the Ninja Creamy and blend it up, and now you've got sorbet.
Interesting.
This is
So,
really,
so could
really
I
good.
use? So I could put like coconut milk and like whatever, like I could put chocolate in the coconut milk and put that in there, and
Make a chocolate milk, make like a chocolate ice cream almost.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
huh.
So I'll also do that to make milkshakes. I'll get a tub of ice cream, whatever, and that you don't have to let it sit overnight, right? You just take the ice cream, you put it straight in the container, you add some milk or coconut milk in your situation,
Yeah,
put it in, let it blend up, and boom, now you got a milkshake you can eat or drink, whatever you want.
nice.
So I really enjoy it. I'm not trying to pitch this product because for any other reason than when I find something I actually find a lot of value in, to me it's worth it.
Yeah,
The price point, it's expensive. There's no bones about it. But to me,
I mean the amount that you can, the things you can do with it makes it.
well, yeah, and the fact that I love milkshakes. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to get this thing.
hmm
But now I'm trying these other things out. So, for example, all of those drinks that I've had on the show in the past, where there's like the blueberry one, and so I plan to do that next. I'm gonna do one of like each flavor over the next couple of weeks and try those out. Because
So are those end up being like just like the ice things, or is it literally um whatchamacallit? Is it like it come out like that? It's like always comes out like ice cream?
I don't know, I've never tried those ones, but I mean, as you can see here, it did.
Yeah.
It's more like a sorbet than an ice cream, I would say.
Okay. I mean,
But yeah,
sorbet ice cream, yeah. So
absolutely delicious. And Jenny does call out that they also have it at Sam's Club and Costco.
right.
And Tyrus is a hater, saying I'm not a bartender. And the reason he says that is because, as you would know as well, James, making blended drinks when you're trying to work a bar top,
It's a pain in the
not
knee,
it's
but
It's not the business.
No.
But I mean,
Trying to make milkshakes and margaritas and actually when they took freckled lemonades away from the bar, it was great. But yeah.
except for when you still had to make the alcoholic freckled lemonades.
Yeah, but we didn't make too many of those.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm enjoying this. I'm going to enjoy this throughout the show. You know what I forgot, and we just kind of exhibited it. This is a live and interactive broadcast.
Oh yeah, we sure did. Yeah,
it's July 19th, 2023.
Boom.
It's now 8:07 p.m. on the Pacific.
Yes, PST.
Yes, and yeah, we're here. We're having fun, and we're interactive. So if you've got something you want to say,
bring it in. Bring it in.
What you been up to for the last week, friend?
Man, just working. Trying to help my brother. Well, not as much, but hearing my brother yelling at a phone because he can't get through to these people who are the insurance company for the other guy that hit his car. So yeah, that's
for those of you that don't know, James's brother lives with him and got into a car accident like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And is still dealing with it. He doesn't have
because apparently, so I didn't realize that we didn't have the rental car on. So I have the rental car on my car. Apparently, we didn't have the rental car on his car.
So he doesn't have his own insurance. He's right.
No, no, we have. So it's basically our insurance because there was this whole thing where. I don't know if I talked about it, but we were trying to get him onto his own insurance, but they were saying, "Oh, you need this and that and the other thing," and he was like, "I don't have that. I have this and this that shows that I live here, paycheck stubs and a bunch of other stuff." And they were like, "No, that doesn't work." And so I finally got on the phone with them, with Progressive, because that's who I have, and I was like, "Yo, what do we need to do to get this? Like, how do we get this fixed?" And so we finally were able to work that out. And but yeah, so the rental car was on mine, but not on his. And so the thing was, if I even added it on there, it wouldn't go into effect for like 5 months. So yeah, weird. Anyways, so the guy, and I didn't know about this. So the guy that hit his car was actually driving a Turo car. Now, if you don't know what Turo is a new rental car like service where somebody owns a car, and then they basically you go to a designated spot.
It's like Airbnb, but for cars.
You're right. Pick it up, and then you drive it for however many days you rented it for, and then you drop it off at either the same location. I don't know exactly how that whole thing works, but basically, yeah. So the car that this dude was driving was a Turo car. Turo has, I guess, insurance through like Farmers or something, and so like basically, it's just been, trying to get through to these people and trying to get that situated because he's like, "Yo, somebody's got to help me get a car here because it's not gonna work." And so yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm guessing that means either a lot of Ubering or a lot of you driving him back and forth.
No, actually, he's gotten rides when I work, but like on tonight and tomorrow night, I'll just let him use the car to get to work because I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, I went to the pool today. It was nice out there, so I went out there, hung out, met a new neighbor, or not new. He's been here for a while, but I just met him. And yeah, so
that's great, man. James making love connections at the pool. That's cool.
It was a dude. Well, he is, I guess, his girlfriend or fiance. Like, I don't know what their relationship status is. I didn't really ask, but yeah. But they did. Okay, so the reason I ended up talking to this guy was because I saw that he had this it looked like a small water bottle, but it was actually a Yeti can holder, like to keep your drinks cold, but this one actually like legit is insulated and keeps your drinks cold. He was telling me he was out on Lake Havasu and he left the thing out on the deck for like 3 hours, and when he remembered, he went back and the drink was actually still, the beer in the can was actually still cold.
That's
I was
pretty
like,
cool.
yo, I definitely need one of those.
Yo. I love getting to imitate you when we're doing recording sessions and you're not there and I get to be in turn 2. So Tyrus asks, is there not a state law that requires them to give you a rental car until it is fixed?
Oh, his car is done. I mean, but I don't know. There's no real rule from what I understand here, at least. I don't know. I didn't really.
I've never heard of a,
Yeah, I've never heard of it. So,
but it wouldn't surprise me in California because, the government likes to get involved in everything over there. Try to force people to do stuff. So, and that's why insurance premiums are higher in California.
well, they're not like super cheap here.
I mean, they're cheaper than California, that's for sure.
Not by much. I think I was paying actually less in California, to tell you the truth.
You know what I just noticed was that you're trying to be me. I fixed that for you.
Try to be you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I fixed it. So,
oh, I didn't realize. I normally look at that before we go.
anyways, so we've been talking about food and drinks. We like to talk about that stuff, and there's a new item out there that evidently you were unaware of until just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme donuts made with M&Ms.
Who decided that this was a good thing? Because it is way too good.
Yeah, right. Let's take
You
the
took
Krispy
cocaine
Kreme
donuts. You took cocaine donuts and you added little pieces of crack on them.
fentanyl. Got that fen.
Oh man.
So this red one here,
Yeah.
this is filled
With chocolate?
with the cream and with M&M minis.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a real fan of that cream, but man, for those M&M minis, I might have to try that one.
Yes.
I might just have to get a box of these.
Yeah, please. Oh my gosh, we've got our damn checking in, Brian.
Wow, where you been, Brad?
Didn't they do something like that at a donut shop in San Jose? No clue.
There's like Psycho Donuts that probably has done something, or I think it's Psycho Donuts that's out in San Jose that has done like they've done a lot of crazy things with their donuts. Like I think they were one of the first ones that did like the cronuts.
Mhm.
They were like one of the first ones to do the bacon on the donut. Yeah. Who is this?
We got Zuffalo checking in. No clue who this is, but they're asking, what are your thoughts on the green M&M? Smash or pass?
Oh man,
James, smash or pass?
you know what? Since now she's in just the flats, I'm no longer attracted.
Yeah, when she was in the heel, those legs were wicked, man. But
but
yeah, I can't believe they put her in those flats. It is not becoming on her.
No. No, yeah, no, but Brian says, yeah, Psycho Donuts. Yeah. But like Psycho Donuts, they like legit, it was psycho. So they did stuff that was just psycho.
I'm guessing Zuffalo's all about smashing that green M&M. So.
Hey, teach their own.
Yeah, go for it.
But like that one, so that one looks like the maple, that the one to the left of it.
The yellow one?
Yeah, it looks like maple with bacon on it. Is that?
No, it's peanut.
Oh no, it's just it's peanut M&Ms. Oh, okay. Dang. I thought it was bacon, but yeah.
Yeah, this is dangerous. And then they have obviously the mini ones.
They need to have one.
Ones.
I wonder if they have, man, they need to have one with like the pretzel M&Ms or the cookie M&Ms. Oh, could you, man.
Tyrus says he's smashing. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, so go for it, man.
Get that chocolatey filling.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I have not had these yet. There is a Krispy Kreme not far from me.
Yeah, there's one not too far from here. I might have to go pick some of them up.
Yeah, I think I might have to pick that up for next week's episode to eat one on the air or something.
I still need to go to that churros. Like, that's what I plan on doing next week, is going to the churro spot. Yeah. And having churros for the show.
You need to do that.
Yeah.
So we kind of announced this last week, and now we have the official logo in place and have had a couple of episodes get dropped. But our parent company, if you will, 97 and Now Productions, they have picked up the Pop Culture Kaboom radio show and now are producing the Pop Culture Kaboom podcast.
Oh, I like that logo actually better.
Yeah. So
because before it was Pop Culture Kaboom radio show podcast.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. I like that. That works.
So Pop Culture Kaboom, it is a radio show that broadcasts for 3 hours. It's a 3-hour radio show every Sunday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. And it's on a local, like, small radio station.
Right.
And the show is really good. They have a lot of great guests. For example, they were interviewing the president from Silver Age Comic-Con, which was the Comic-Con up here in Reno. And the guy who runs that also runs these other cons around the West, if you will. There's one in Sacramento. There's another one somewhere in SoCal. Obviously, it's not Comic-Con in San Diego, which we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But, still really good guests. He's had Gene Simmons on before. He brings on writers and...
Oh, isn't Gene Simmons the reason that they have the
dump button?
Yeah. They're on a delay now.
Yeah. 20-second delay. Yeah. So pretty much, 97 and Now Productions takes that live broadcast, strips the commercial breaks out, if you will, and puts it up on podcast formatting. And so if you don't have the ability to catch it live on Sunday nights, now you can go and listen at your leisure. Again, it's a 3-hour show. Even with it stripped down with the commercial breaks, it's still about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of good content. So if you're a nerd like us, if you enjoy comics, if you enjoy cons, if you enjoy
books, board games, like the pillars,
the 7 pillars of pop culture. Yes. So go find it on your favorite podcasting platform because I'm sure it's there. Give it a listen, give it a subscribe.
And if it's not, let us know and we'll let them know.
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
So with that in mind, 97 and Now Productions, they're getting big, man. Inflating, right? So now you've got us, Fat and Black Connection. You've got Murphy's Inc., which we'll be talking about Murphy's Inc. in a couple of minutes. The Pop Culture Kaboom podcast.
Yes.
The show you directed from the Files of Jack R. Abbott, Murder by Garlic.
Yes.
The one I directed, Captain Fearless and the Time Traveling Nazis of Doom.
That is correct.
And our forthcoming, soon to be, political-based conversation show, Civil Civics Connection.
Yes, that is correct.
So, I mean, they are growing, and I know I can't go into too much details, but I know that they have been contacted to work on at least one other audio drama in the near future. And they've been working
other projects.
They've been working on some other interesting projects where we can't go into details, but
don't tell nobody.
Some of the voices you hear on this show, on Murphy's Inc., some of these will be heard this weekend at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And some of those voices include your boys here.
Yeah.
So, 97 to Now is coming up. And so much so that they are going to be having their first booth at a con event.
Oh, yeah.
In next month.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the ArieCon. It's 2023, August 18th through the 20th in Reno. So it's a little on the smaller side. It's Reno. Come on. This is taking place at 1300 Stardust Street, Reno, Nevada 89503.
Oh, so moved from Sparks.
Yeah. So it's no longer in Sparks. It's in Reno. They are still looking for vendors. If you're interested, you can call Spencer Stoner, who we'll be talking about in a little bit. 775-830-4143. Give them a call if you're interested, or you can email them at arieconNV@gmail.com. That's AERIECONNNV@gmail.com.
Get in there.
Yes, we will be there representing the Fat and Black Connection as part of the 97 to Now booth. And my understanding is that they are doing a very large booth where they're also going to be hosting some individuals that we'll talk about in just a little bit as well.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be there. Pop Culture Kaboom will be there.
Yep.
There may be some of the cast members from Murphy's Inc. popping in and out.
If
so
they can get there, we gonna let them sit there.
And Brian asks if we're doing a panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Not this year.
Not this year.
But
we have plans.
Stay tuned.
We got plans.
We've got plans. So
we've met people that know people
that like what we're doing. So
yeah,
we're heading in a good direction.
Good.
97 to Now is really helping. Like, you know, I was leery in the beginning of allowing us to be owned, so to speak. But it's synergy, man. It's true.
Synergy. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's for sure. Absolutely. Speaking of teamwork, dream work, talking about 97 Now Productions, talking about Murphy's Inc. We had a recording session today. And this recording session was supposed to happen a week ago.
I'm actually really glad that it didn't happen last week, because if this happened last week, oh boy.
It was probably hands down to get started the roughest session so far.
Yeah.
And yes, Tyrus, we are owned by 97 to Now Productions. Well, at least our content is.
Yeah.
Not me, not James. We're not.
I can't be owned because that's illegal.
Yeah, free men. So today on our Murphy's Inc. Recording session, we actually had a very special guest talent that is
comedian
that is lending their talents to Murphy's Inc. And I'm really I think we announced it before, but really excited. Kabir Kabizi Singh,
yeah,
joining the cast of Murphy's Inc. Great, talented individual comedian. It was a lot of fun being on the session today. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It was also frustrating as all hell because, okay. Why would you think you could do a recording session for an audio drama in the middle of a hotel lobby?
Yeah, because when I talked to him, when we talked, I was like, oh, cool. So he told me he was going to be home. And so I was like, all right, cool. Just, like, we'll get this set up, blah, blah. And then, when I was like, yo, there's a lot of noise in the background. And, yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm in the hotel lobby.
We were like, what?
So he tries a couple different areas. He goes into his car and he's like, hey, does this work? And it's like, it's pretty hollow in there. You got... and I told him, usually what we recommend is, if you don't have a booth, is going into like a walk-in closet, surrounding yourself with, hanging clothes and stuff, because that'll really dampen. He's like, oh, okay, I got an idea. And evidently he was hanging out in like a janitor closet or something in the middle of the hotel lobby.
I don't know.
And we still were hearing background voices occasionally, and he would like open up the door and yell at people to shut up. Yeah, it was a bit insane, but it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed working with him. We're gonna have another session with him at some point in the next couple of weeks,
and hopefully just not have the mic cut out like every shot, or have to figure out how to. Can you hear me? We can hear you. Say something. We are.
Yeah, that was painful, and so a session that ended up going almost 2 hours. That probably should have only taken about 40 minutes. It was fun. It was a good time. For those of you that are looking at this guy and you're like, I've seen that guy somewhere.
He looks familiar.
Maybe you saw him on America's Got Talent.
He was on America's Got Talent. I've actually seen Kabir a number of times. I'll tell this quick story. I actually had improv class with Kabir, and Kabir was horrible at improv. So
he told me he hit me up one time and was like, "Hey, I have a set at Tommy T's out in Pleasanton," and I was like, "You know what? I haven't really been to I haven't been to Tommy T's. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna support you." He's like, "Yeah, you'll get in for free, and then like it's just like a 2-drink minimum, whatever." And I was like, "Cool, whatever. Come and support a friend." And for a guy who is not good at improv, he is amazing at stand up. So I mean, literally, it's 2 different skills, but yeah, great comedian. He was on AGT. I saw him. Actually, Mark, you saw him before.
The
He
Improv in San Jose,
right.
He went around 2011.
We went to another comedy show, and he popped up, and he was in the balcony with us, and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm doing like a quick set for like Comedy Central or whatever." And so yeah, he went down. Funny. I went back a couple years later with another coworker from FedEx, Brian, and we went to go see. He was headline with a couple other acts, and he always does a good show. Always does a good show.
He's a good guy. Really, like I said, I really enjoyed the session. Aside from the technical issues,
Yeah.
So now that I think we have that figured out for the next session, it probably should go a lot more smoothly, hopefully.
And hopefully he'll be on his own laptop.
Yes, that was a big part of the problem. But yeah, we're growing that Murphy's Inc. brand as well, with bringing in great talented people like Kabir, who I think the audience is going to enjoy his character. I really enjoyed what he presented today.
If you want to see Kabir, also, he's if you go to Dry Bar Comedy, I don't know I know I had the app at one point in time. I got rid of it, but there's an app for Dry Bar Comedy, and it has a bunch of comedians. It's all clean stuff. And he has some stuff up on there. You can probably find the stuff from AGT on YouTube or whatever. So if you want to check out Kabir, check him out. He's good. Yeah.
Continuing the conversation, talking about Murphy's Inc. and talented individuals coming on board and getting involved with the show. We've talked about it before, but we had a guest director, Lawrence Iriarte, who joined us for episodes 2, 3, and 4 of season 2.
Yep.
And he is right now down at Comic-Con in San Diego. And you can see him, since Thursday's already gone, you can see him and his son, Diego, tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Kid Heroes Productions booth, which is at M06 Small Press between rows 1600 and 1700. And
not small at all.
no, not really.
Oh man.
And Lumpia has a huge press event coming up on Saturday where they're going to be unveiling a lot of cool things, stuff we can't talk about
legally.
But Lawrence and his son, great duo.
Look here, real quick. I have to tell you something about Diego. Diego was he was the school that he went to, and he's like 20 something now, so it's crazy because I've known him since he was like 2. But when Diego was at school, they had a project where they a group of this, they'd group a couple students together and they would do their own film. This guy I think he was in junior high, did the film himself. His dad at the time was teaching at Ohlone College.
Mm-hmm.
Diego actually personally called me and was like, "Hey, I wanted you to be in my student film." And I was like, "Whatever. You know what? For you, I will do whatever you need." And so we did this film. It was like supposed to be like the silent movie with a new, I think it was like I don't remember what kind of machine it was. I think it was an ice cream machine or candy machine, something. And he's a junior high kid directing college students around. And I was just like, I looked at Lawrence. I was like, this is he is your son. He is absolutely your son. I remember his first drawings. His first drawings were, they weren't great. They were decent. His stuff now, he has made special prints for Comic-Con I actually have a special print that he did for Comic-Con that Lawrence brought me last year or 2 years ago. I'm like, yo, it's amazing what he's doing. Like he's at the Arts Institute in San Francisco doing classes there. I mean, Diego has
He's already a professional. He is
he has
doing comics.
Yeah, he had the covers for the Lumpia comics. The
Gemini.
I think he's done covers for all of them. He has his own series that he's working on. Matter of fact, I had a conversation with him the other day because I'm actually working on something for Christmas time that he's helping me with. He's going to be helping me with. So I'm really excited for that. I'm just so happy to see the development, and it's them working together is crazy to watch. Absolutely crazy to watch.
So we mentioned earlier that 97 and Now Productions is hosting a booth at ArieCon next month and is going to be hosting the duo of Lawrence and Diego Iriarte as well.
The dynamic duo.
So you'll be able to meet these guys, and they do commissions. Yeah. So if you're looking for them to draw something for you, and they may even be bringing their ink and color team, so you may be able to get something fully.
And if you get the opportunity to get something from these guys, I'm telling you, get it. Because like if you can go on, I'll pull up the Instagrams and have them for you so that you can go look at their stuff.
For sure, absolutely. So
get excited.
A lot of exciting, interesting individuals working on Murphy's Ink, helping us grow the brand, if you will. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I can only look forward to when we wrap season 2 here in the near future. We are
because just the beginning.
We're pretty much done with episodes 1 through 9. We've got a couple things left to hit up, but then we move on to episodes 10 through 13, which I'm writing the schedule for right now. And then we get those 4 episodes in the can, and then we record the 2-part finale. And episode 1 of season 2 of Murphy's Ink, August 27th.
If you guys aren't excited, I'm telling you right now, get excited.
Yeah, we are just a mere few weeks away from Murphy's world premiere,
season 2.
Where if you prefer, if you're that person, you're like, I want to hear it day one that it's available anywhere. You're going to be able to hear it first run on KNVC 95.1 FM,
or
KNVC.org. And that'll be on Sunday nights for 15 weeks straight. We're going to be going. If you miss it, you can catch it the following Friday. And if you miss it then, podcast platform.
Either way, you get it, baby.
Yeah, if you're a binger, you're going to be waiting until almost the end of the year to be able to listen to the whole thing.
I have been telling people at my job, passengers, like we start talking about something and I'll be like, hey, you into sci-fi? You into sci-fi podcast? He's like, it's pod series, but it's podcast, so you can listen to it wherever.
Audio drama.
Oh yeah, I say pod series, but yeah.
Audio drama.
It's more dramedy. I mean, there's still drama, but yeah. But anyways, but yeah, no. So, but I've been telling everybody, check this out.
Comedy sci-fi adventure is how I describe it.
Yeah.
Speaking of comedy, but not sci-fi, I saw this trailer and I was like, what in the blue hell? Outlaw Johnny Black.
Yo, this trailer looks hilarious. I don't know if there's a record for most number of nut punches in a movie, but this probably could win the number of nut punches in a movie. Just in this trailer, I think I saw like at least a good six nut punches.
There were quite a few. Predominantly black cast.
Yeah.
I don't think I recognized a single person except for one white actor, Barry Bostwick, I recognized, who's in the very end of the trailer, basically.
I thought this when I first saw it, I thought it was Roy Wood Jr. From The Daily Show, because it kind of sounds like him.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's definitely not him. but it's from the people that brought you Black Dynamite,
Yep.
and so this keeping in the same vein of kind of old school um, black films. I'm excited. I really want to see this.
So it's interesting because I mentioned not that long ago that I went to the Silver Age Comic Con here in Northern Nevada, and I met with the guy that Pop Culture Kaboom interviewed, the president. His name's Dave Hallworth, and I was talking with him in general about the cons and how things are going, and we got into a conversation about superhero films. And he made an extremely good point that I had not considered. Uh, and he feels that the superhero genre is going to come to an end in the relatively near future. And I was like, well, really? I mean, there's so many stories and it can just go on. And he was like, think about it like this. If you go back to the 60s and 70s, what was one of the most popular film genres? Westerns.
Westerns.
And where are those today?
Very far and few and in between. Yeah.
Yeah. And I made the joke that when they try to make them, you have a shooting on the set. So, it's
Wow.
too soon.
Well, no, then yeah.
Just don't give a Baldwin a gun. So it's when you think about it, right? I hadn't considered it, but when you think of any film genre that's huge and immensely popular for an extended period of time, it hits a wall.
Yeah, and I mean, I can already tell you that it's starting to do that. I mean, like, if you just kind of look at the revenue sales, the ticket sales for a lot of these movies. Yeah, like first couple weeks, it's fine. I mean, there are certain movies that will do, like Guardians did amazing. But you look at the couple movies before that with lackluster reviews and people just kind of hating on the film. So like Thor got Love and Thunder. You have which I thought was fine.
Quantumania,
which did poorly box office wise. I mean, like, and I don't know how fans really. I didn't really look at how fans reacted to that one, but also again, some of the stuff that I did see wasn't super positive. I also enjoyed that one. So it's coming. I think it's been superheroes it's oversaturated now. And that's one of the problems that I think that Marvel's kind of having right now. But I guarantee you DC with this new stuff starting up, they came in at a horrible time.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if DC is just doomed to fail because of timing. They didn't get on the bandwagon early enough, and when they did, they tried to rush it and did it poorly.
Yeah.
And now I think they've missed the window.
Yeah, the window is pretty much closed. I mean, some of their stuff is good. I mean, they have, there's Aquaman 2 coming, there's Blue Beetle, which I really want to see. But other than that, with these new movies coming out, new movies, new series, I think the way that I think they will be fine on the TV front with some of the series they have coming out. I think that'll be fine because people can kind of watch at their leisure. They're not kind of pigeonholed into going to see it on a big screen and waiting for it to come streaming. Which you can watch a movie at your own leisure at that point. But I really think I think they messed up. They should have, if they were going to do this, they should have done it way sooner, and they didn't. And you see.
Well, and I want to give Superman Legacy a chance because I'd love to see a good Superman film that washes away. And I don't blame Henry Cavill, but because I think he was a good Superman. I think the scripts and the direction he was given were not the best.
Yeah. I don't think they should have like absolutely scrubbed everything.
What about the previous iteration of the DC universe do you really think should have been kept?
I mean, like, I think I like Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I did like Gal Gadot. Well, I liked the first Wonder Woman. The second one, not so much, but the first one I did enjoy. Um, I personally thought that they should be keeping the Batman, like the Batman, that series inside the canon, but they're putting that in a side universe,
Elsewhere.
yeah, elsewhere universe or whatever, which whatever. But I think they should have kept him because it's a fresh story. You don't have all the main villains like I said when I saw it before, and if you can go back and listen to this, but it was a young Bruce Wayne, only been doing it for like 2 years, and the first criminals he went after were the Maronis, and actually I think it was just the Maronis in this film, but like that was,
Marconi?
huh?
Marconi?
Was it Marconi? I thought it was Maronis, and I think there was another family that like they owned Gotham, and that's who he was going after. And running into some of these characters, he ran into Cabo, aka the Penguin. He ran into, and then there's scenes with characters that will later become Joker and stuff, and there's Catwoman, all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed that movie. I know some people didn't like Tyrus, but Tyrus hates on all films. um, and so
Except for the garbage that he likes.
yeah, right. So but I think that should have stayed because he's young or younger, and that could have been something they carry on with, but they just decided nope.
Yeah, Tyra should start a show called Counterculture Kaboom, where he talks about anything and everything that we like. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah,
The opposite.
The exact opposite.
Yeah, I hear you on the Batman front. My thing is, does it fit into the vision for James Gunn's DC universe? And maybe that's why
That might
they
be
didn't
why.
want to scrap it, because they like what it is. And if you notice, they haven't proposed introducing Batman into that universe.
True.
So they may just be avoiding.
But see, the thing is that they're doing. I mean, they're doing a bunch of other characters. I'm like, why? I mean, actually, no, not why, because I think there's like Green Lantern Corps, which I'm okay with. Here's the biggest issue.
Hold on. One thing you need to remember is no one thought Iron Man or Thor would be successful hero films.
Oh, okay.
That's why they weren't done. Hulk was already done before. Captain America had one in the 70s with Reb Brown, which wasn't successful. And so people thought, if you're not doing Spider-Man, you're not doing Fantastic Four, if you're not doing these banner headline characters, it's not going to work. And so nobody thought Iron Man was going to do anything. So I don't agree. And similarly, when Guardians of the Galaxy were announced, it was like, who is this?
Yeah.
No one's going to watch this. And it was one of the most successful out of all of them.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, no, I mean, saying this, I mean, it could be fine, but like, I just think that, like, again, I think they got into it too late. And so,
yeah, and I think the fans have just been burnt too much by DC. It's going to be hard to get them to come around. I do like that they're really starting with Superman Legacy as the first major motion picture.
But get this. This is the weird part. I was just on Max the other day, and they apparently have a new Superman cartoon. It's kind of anime looking, but there's a new Superman cartoon that just came out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on that front, but whatever.
And we got Gear Deli Jeff checking in. Iron Man is the best of them all. I would say Iron Man is surely up there.
Yeah.
Especially when you think about like the first origin type film of characters in the MCU.
That Iron one, Man, I think Captain America, definitely Captain America: Winter Soldier was. That's
not the origin film, but okay.
I know I said Captain America, but I think if you're looking at throughout the whole thing, if you're looking through, I mean, I think Winter Soldier is probably one of the better. Oh, actually, no, just kidding. Civil War, Endgame, Infinity War. Yeah, I think those were like the best ones.
I don't think that's what Jeff was mentioning. Like, I think he was trying to say that like a standalone character.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought you were talking about films in general, but whatever.
Yes, yeah, you're not so good at this. Anyways,
It did save that man's career. Actually, no, he already kind of made a comeback by that point, didn't he?
no, Iron Man was what brought him back.
Because I thought he did. I thought the Sherlock Holmes movies came out before Iron Man did.
Nope.
Well,
Do your history. Speaking of history, a video game that was just announced this week, Inspector Gadget Party Time. Mad Time Party, sorry.
yeah.
I'm slightly confused. So did you watch this trailer?
Yeah.
And I agree with you. You mentioned before we started the show, it looks like maybe it's a series of like mini games. So it's like a Mario Party or something like that.
Yeah.
One, I don't understand why Inspector Gadget hasn't been relevant since the terrible Matthew Broderick film.
And the horrible prequel with the dude from Third Rock from the Sun, the weird one. I don't remember that guy's name.
Yeah. So I'm very confused and as to why this is anything.
No, they brought Inspector Gadget back in looks like this style. It's a computer animated style. I believe I want to say it's like on Netflix or something.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I do remember that. I do remember them bringing it back.
And going back to the Iron Man conversation, Jeff says that he had to rent a car to go to his audition.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's not terribly surprising to me. You know, if you're flying to anywhere to do an audition, you're probably going to need a rental car.
Very true.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was an Inspector Gadget new version, if you will. I don't know. Only because it was like nostalgic for me when I watched this trailer. It was like, okay, I'm going to bring this up, but I have zero interest in actually like playing it.
Yeah, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, this looks like it might. But then I was like, oh, I thought it was like an actual game, but it's just like I said, it looks like mini games. So
yeah. So announcement: we have a guest that will be joining us in 2 weeks' time. He is the gentleman running the ArieCon here in Northern Nevada, and his name. He is a writer, an actor, talented individual, and one of the co-hosts on Pop Culture Kaboom, Mr. Spencer Stoner. So he will be joining us in 2 weeks' time. We'll be talking about all things ArieCon. We'll talk about his graphic novel, Divine Intervention, that he wrote the story for. I have not read this yet. I should probably at least get the Cliff Notes before he comes on. Do they even do that anymore? I have no idea.
And, yeah.
He also,
read the cover.
For those of you that don't know, he was the voice of Captain Fearless from Captain Fearless and the Time Traveling Nazis of Doom.
Of Doom.
So we've worked with him. He's also doing some character voices for us on Murphy's Inc. Yeah. Good guy. Looking forward to having him on the show in 2 weeks' time. So that'll be a nice long style interview where the majority of the show will just be talking to him and picking his brain about pop culture and things of that nature.
Yeah, what he's into.
Absolutely. And yeah, so before we dive into our next segment, if you will, I got to put this out there.
Light him up.
We are going to be talking about Secret Invasion, episodes 4 and 5, last week and this week.
Yeah,
because next week is the finale.
Yeah, they got work to do.
So in 3, 2, 1, episodes 4 and 5, James, what's your quick take on those two episodes as a whole?
Good. It started off kind of slow, got good at the end. And this new episode, I think, was kind of good all the way through.
Yeah. So to me, I'm really enjoying the psychology of this series. The Andor-esque feel, if you will.
Yeah.
I think episode 5 really, it did leave me a little bit hanging. I don't feel like enough happened. I felt like it was really just like serious preamble for the finale.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
that's exactly what it was. And I think it was like what he did, like especially the end when
so
he
to be
just
clear, in episode 4, we have the attack on the president's
motorcade.
motorcade, and ultimately the president gets saved by Nick Fury, but in the process, Talos is killed. So Ben Mendelsohn is no more.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing. I really liked Talos's character. I really liked, but it seriously, I think, brought about the seriousness. Seriously serious. This is why I shouldn't be writing.
Seriously serious.
It definitely gave gravitas to the moment and to the series, because it's not often that we see loss of a hero like Iron Man. Like, when that moment happened,
You were like, wait, what?
right? So I mean, obviously they're not the same. Like Talos
Right.
is not on par with Iron Man, but it's still, that moment was real, and Fury had to make a choice to potentially try and save Talos or
Right.
save the president. Chose to save the president
Right.
in order to try and prevent nuclear war with Russia.
Russia. Yeah, and I mean, and I think it also gave, I think it gave a little bit more to what's her name, Gaia's character,
Mhm.
actually mourning her father, who she's kind of, she was kind of on the sly helping out,
Mhm.
but not really, she kind of lost that love for him,
Mhm.
after he kind of lost respect amongst the scroll. But I think I think that was his death really impacted her, and I think really made her see, like, oh dang, I have been kind of on the wrong side of this stuff.
Yeah. So going into 5, you had some more of the fallout from that with Rhodey showing up, who we now know is a scroll. And
I was so disappointed in that.
I
I got it, but I was like, no, dang it.
well, and the question is how long,
Yeah.
right? Because has he been a scroll? Like, was he a scroll back in uh, Falcon Winter Soldier?
That's a great question. I do not know that.
Right?
That's
Like, what was he? Has he been a scroll since Endgame? Like, when did it happen?
right. I
And
feel
so
you.
that's where I don't get the impression they're going to answer that question, which I think needs to be answered.
Yeah, because that means is he in that? Because they haven't shown him, but is he in that bunker?
You would
Did
think so, right?
Did somehow he get captured and put in that bunker?
That's the only logical thing to me, is that they're
Right.
keeping his body around for memories and stuff.
Right. So I mean, that's how did he get caught? But I think it's a whole. I want to know. I'm definitely interested to see who he was putting a call in. Excuse me, who he was putting a call into. Oh, by the way, that was a badass woman fighting scene, like just with the guns and it kind of reminded me of Mr. and Mrs. Smith towards the end of the film, when they just have just this arsenal and they're just going at it. Bad guys are coming at them and they're just taking them out.
Yeah. And the last thing we see at the end of episode
Oh.
5 is Fury going to one of his gravestones, collecting the well, not
the hive, or is it called
no
the harvest?
Harvest. Yes.
Harvest, yeah.
The DNA of the world's greatest heroes.
And yeah, then him just
Suiting up.
dropping his trench coat and putting on the Fury trench coat and the eye patch. Ooh, when I saw that eye patch, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously setting up for 6, the finale. I have no idea where this is going to go, though. Like, I mean, and especially like almost that prison murder scene with Gravik and his people turning on him.
Yo, like that was crazy because I mean when you hear about the powers that he does have, and one of them being
Groot.
Flora, which is Groot's you know where Groot's power comes from, and him having that ability, and you know him taking out his own people at this point in time, it's like, yo, man, like you're losing control, man. You're absolutely losing control. Like if you thought you were in control, you are now you've gone too far in some of your people's minds, and so they're coming at you. But unfortunately, he has quite a few powers on him.
Yeah. So I'm really curious to see this finale, see how they wrap it up, because I feel like there's a lot that has to be done. Because here's the other thing, right? We know that Nick Fury is in
The
the
Marvels.
Marvels, but is it Nick Fury? Or could it be a scroll?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, I can't tell you for sure because like we have had the Nick Fury scroll before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which was
I,
Talos.
right. So I'm just saying I don't know if yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying the series. I hope you guys are too. If not, I don't know what's wrong with you. But with that being said, what's wrong with people, James? We have a huge, huge trip coming up in less than 120 days at this point. We are taking Fat and Black on the road once again, and we are going to Disneyland.
On the road again.
And we will be at Disneyland and California Adventure for 5 days.
Can't wait to get back on that road again.
Yes, sir. 3 days at Disneyland, 2 days at California Adventure. Going to be doing it up, hitting up everything we can, living it up. Are you excited? Are you ready?
Yeah. Well, I'm not ready. I'm excited, but I'm not ready. Oh,
Uh,
speaking of which, I need to get those. I need to hit up our good friend Jessica again and see if she's gonna be around.
Yes, for sure, because I definitely need to solicit feedback from her on where to find the characters. Because, I am bringing the kid, and the kid is going to want to get out there and see.
Princesses. Is she the princess?
Not hugely. I
She's
mean,
more into like the
Anna and Elsa, yes, but otherwise,
Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy.
yeah, the Fab Five.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
So I thought, since we are doing this, we are going to Disneyland, and I thought let's talk about the, if you will, sit down restaurants at Disneyland for a little bit, and take a look at their menus and try to figure out what our leanings are heading in. What do you think? Does that sound like a good time?
Okay.
Okay, I believe you. So, of course, this
Line.
is the official Disneyland website.
Bing, 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 bing.
Obviously, this is subject to change, but based on what we're currently seeing, let's dive on into the first one on the list, Carnation Cafe, which, for those of you that don't know, that's at the
Front,
hub.
isn't it?
Huh?
It's like well, not the front. It's like the one in the
hub.
yeah.
Yes. So let's.
Is that the one we ate at, or we ate at the one across the way, right?
Plaza Inn?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm looking. Here we go. View menu. Carnation Cafe. So for breakfast, they have the breakfast skillet, 3
Skillet.
cheese egg, breakfast potatoes, chopped applewood smoked bacon, sliced sausage, and shredded cheese with a fresh tomato garnish.
Ooh-wee.
You can get a Mickey-shaped waffle served with applewood smoked bacon or smoked sausage.
But just one waffle, not.
Yes, it's one big one. Buttermilk pancakes served with applewood smoked bacon or smoked sausage with seasonal compote.
Pancakes.
Or, of course, the breakfast sandwich, which basically takes the breakfast skillet and puts it on a brioche bun.
Sandwich.
Then you've got hot oatmeal.
Why?
I guess if you need plant-based food.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Kids, create your own entree. Silver dollar pancakes, Mickey-shaped waffles, or Mickey-shaped scrambled eggs. I've never heard
Mickey-shaped scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I've never heard that one before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There must be a thing with the shape of Mickey, and they pour the eggs in and just kind of.
Yeah. So they get to choose one of these. Then they get to choose two of the sides: seasonal fruit, bacon, or potatoes.
If it's my
Then
kid,
they-
he's getting bacon.
And it looks like get to choose a beverage. So you can
Oh.
do.
Juice.
I'm sorry. Oh, you could do low fat milk or Dasani water.
Oh,
But for the adults,
that's
there
the two choices.
yes.
Ew.
For adults, there is coffee, twinnings of London tea, hot cocoa, cinnamon spiced hot cocoa. Ugh.
Cinnamon spice hot cocoa.
No, thank you.
Nah, bro.
Give me. I'll
It'd
take.
be cinnamon spice apple cider.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
But not hot cocoa.
I don't know. I mean,
I wonder if that's like an error. Like that's weird.
yeah.
I'm not going to look at the lunch menu. Let's look at the dinner menu. Starter soups and salads. You get you some fried pickles,
Ooh.
baked potato soup, or Waltz chili.
Ooh. Some fried pickles with Waltz chili.
There you go. $19 lunch or dinner.
Yeah, not bad.
You can get
Especially at Disneyland.
They got a couple of gourmet burgers, the Parmesan toasted patty melt or the Carnation Cafe cheeseburger.
Nah.
Sandwiches and entrees, chicken fried chicken,
Chicken fried chicken.
wedge salad, the catch of the day, roasted turkey club sandwich or braised short ribs.
What's the catch of the day?
Now, this braised short rib, it comes with house-made mac and cheese
Oh.
and seasonal vegetable
I know what Mark would get.
for sure. And if you're a plant-based person, you've got the Carnation Garden salad, brownie a la mode, and hearty veggie burger.
Make sure it's all veggie.
And for desserts for the non-plant-based people, peach pie a la mode and seasonal cheesecake. Peach pie a la mode. That sounds like something you'd like.
That sounds pretty good.
The
I'm not a huge I don't think I've had peach cobbler. So I guess that's kind of along the lines of peach pie, but different. But then so I might like peach pie, but the only other like fruit pies that I like are apple and like sometimes blueberry.
For those of you with picky kids, there's the peanut butter and jelly sandwich meal.
I'd be so angry.
Uh,
I'd be so mad.
for $8.
Yeah, I'd be super mad.
But it does, to be fair, it does come with carrot, celery sticks, raisins, banana, and wheat bread, and served with a choice of small low-fat milk or small Dasani
Okay,
water.
that's not too bad. I mean,
For $8, that's a pretty decent.
yeah, that's a pretty decent meal.
But you can also choose your own entrees. You could do the hamburger slider, the mac and cheese, or the chicken fried chicken tenders.
Chicken fried chicken tenders.
And
So they
then
took that chicken fried chicken and sliced it up, and then added some extra batter to it to the sides.
That's right.
Either that or they just cut it up.
And Brian does say the carnation is a great breakfast. Okay. And same menu ish at Character Breakfast at Grand Californian, but usually easier to get a reservation. So that is the Carnation.
Yeah.
Let's go on back and check out our next choice.
Did I finish these? Yeah, they're done.
Let's see, the River Bell Terrace. Now, what's interesting is a lot of these restaurants I actually have never eaten at. I'm usually one of those people that just goes to like one of the quick stands and just like grabs.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I like to plan. And since we're going to have time to make reservations, I want to get there. So breakfast is not served currently at the River Bell Terrace.
Now this is Rivers of America, I would take it.
It is in Frontierland, yes. So on their dinner menu, they have warm pimento cheese and biscuits,
Nah,
crispy cornmeal catfish and shrimp,
maybe.
loaded house fries, which come with barbecue brisket, pimento cheese sauce, pickles, and pickled red onion.
Yes.
I had a feeling. Sandwiches, buttermilk fried chicken sandwich,
Buttermilk.
sweet and sticky pulled pork,
Oh, nice, man.
fried catfish and shrimp sandwich,
Ooh.
I just said crispy cornmeal catfish and shrimp, and you were like, eh. But I say,
but
fried
on a
catfish,
sandwich though, yo, that might be delicious.
and it comes with a pickle coleslaw, lemon, dill, aioli, sweet honey, hot honey sauce, and house fries.
How much is that sandwich?
$26.
Whoo!
Or you've got the country Cuban sandwich and the burnt ends grilled cheese.
Oh, actually,
In the
that's
comfort
expensive
section,
grilled cheese.
some comfort food, shrimp and catfish Cobb salad, pimento mac and cheese, bacon and blue cheese wedge salad.
That's easy.
In the plant-based section, deviled meatball and grits,
Oh, interesting.
pear oat cobbler, barbecue tofu.
Why?
For dessert, house-made pudding, apple pie, monkey bread, red, white, and blue pudding.
Pudding?
And Brian says, it's a relevant point. They often change up the menu at random times, so you may not have the same menu in November. This is true. Absolutely. I'm sure the red, white, and blue pudding probably is not relevant in November like it is right now around close to 4th of July.
Right.
I'm not going to go through the kids' menus on all of these because
It's pretty much the same stuff.
more or less. So let's go. What's up next?
What's up next, pussycat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Plaza Inn, one of my favorites. They do the mini breakfast, character breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, we had dinner there last time.
Yes, where I don't remember what you had, but I definitely had the fried chicken.
Yeah, I remember what I had.
So the character breakfast, it's a buffet. It's $41 per adult and $24 for children. It is expensive.
But
if you're going with little ones and you want them to for sure be able to see characters, this is a good way to do that. And it's a good selection of food. Just really quickly, I'm going to call it out: assorted cereal, scrambled eggs, bacon, Mickey waffles, variety of muffins, croissants, danishes, and fruit, made to order omelets, sausage, biscuits and gravy, breakfast potatoes.
wait, so I get multiple Mickey waffles?
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah.
They are the smaller ones. Just
I
to be
don't.
clear.
Hey, it's all good. I can have multiples, and I'm okay with
Yes.
that.
And as Brian points out, and I'm going to point out in a minute, why have anything other than the fried chicken here? Agreed. And speaking of, let's look at that dinner menu. For the Disney 100, Disney 100 offering, a Disney 100 lemon chiffon pie
Oh,
with a graham cracker crust topped with chantilly, lemon zest, and crunchy pearls.
ooh.
That does sound yummy. So looking at the entrees, you got the chicken, which comes with 3 pieces of chicken
Yeah.
fried to
Oh, you know what?
golden brown,
I think I did have the chicken.
seasoned with distinctive herbs and spices, served with mashed potatoes and gravy, buttermilk biscuit, and seasonal vegetables.
Yeah. Fire.
It is probably the best thing here. But if you're not in the mood for chicken, they've got penne pasta with marinara,
Why
Penny-
don't you want chicken?
penne pasta with bolognas.
Oh, bologna sauce?
Yeah.
Oh.
Southwest chopped salad, pot roast, penne pasta with chicken pesto Alfredo, and chipotle pineapple glazed salmon.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option, but that sounds pretty good. But I'm just like that chicken. Fire.
Yes, and for dessert, they have the chocolate fudge cake and strawberry shortcake.
No plant-based stuff here?
No. Get the heck out of here with that.
Get out of here with that garbage.
Yes, the only option to eat at this restaurant, in my opinion,
You have to have that
is-
cake
is
or
the
that
chicken.
pie.
If you're getting any entree other than the chicken, get the hell out of here. And don't tell me you're vegetarian because that'll make things worse. Cafe Orleans is up next.
Oh, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Cafe Orleans seasonal offerings. So right now they're offering the Haunted Mansion inspired prefix. $45 per person. Experience Haunted Mansion inspired New Orleans favorites with a 3-course prefix meal. Appetizer, entree, and dessert, plus a non-alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
Start with a traditional gumbo or
Traditional.
gumbo or a light panzanella salad. Then Choose from a wide variety of enticing entrees, including the seafood boil,
Gumbo.
ratatouille faro risotto,
No.
battered and fried Monte Cristo,
Oh, maybe.
for me, for sure,
Yeah, no, yeah, you like that.
and red wine braised short rib.
I'd probably go with the seafood boil.
Then treat your taste bud to a perfect ending with the limited time Haunted Mansion Candle and Heart dessert or vanilla creme brulee.
Oh, there's no beignets?
Not with this Haunted Mansion inspired prefix.
Interesting. I would have thought that would have been kind of because it's supposed to be New Orleans. So I was thinking, like a beignet would have been.
And Brian is probably right. The Cafe Orleans will probably be closed when we go because they are going to be remodeling it to Tiana's place.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I've always said like I was surprised that they didn't open up like a Tiana's place in New Orleans.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, because that would just be a good. I mean, that's where it takes place and everything.
Really?
But side note, I went on Google and was trying to find the answer to this, but I was trying to remember in the movie when her friends left the restaurant, did they leave out the front door?
I don't recall.
Because that's something I was trying to find out. Because like when that movie takes place, it would still be like I'm thinking it's still like almost Jim Crow South, and during that point in time, black people they entered the restaurant from the back, but I was like, I was trying to find out. Like I asked Google, I asked Bixby, and nothing gave me a clear answer because I was trying to find out. Like I know they had to enter in the back, but could they leave out the front? And that's something I was wondering. And so I was just side note. But if somebody knows the answer to that, if you could help me out, that'd be awesome.
What in the heck is Bixby?
It's the Samsung. The one for the Samsung digital assistant thing.
Yeah, nobody care about Samsung. Get the hell out of here with that. So at the Cafe Orleans, if you don't want to do the prefix, which probably won't be available when we go anyways, and it might be closed, but let's look at what they got anyways. A cup of chicken gumbo.
Okay. See, I'm not a huge fan of chicken gumbo.
Ahi tartar. Agrodolce.
What's that?
Roasted squash, peppers, and onions with a white bean hummus and lavish bread.
That's not too bad.
Burrata and prosciutto.
Okay.
Entrees: red wine braised short rib, roasted chicken, battered and fried triple cheese Monte Cristo sandwich.
Wow.
And the triple cheese is brie, Swiss, and mozzarella.
Oh, interesting.
Pasta jambalaya, and another battered and fried Monte Cristo. So it's the same price
for the extra cheese.
Well, no. So one is just a bunch of cheese. The other comes with turkey and ham.
Oh, wait. That doesn't have like the. Oh, it's just the cheese.
Correct.
And that's just an expensive ass grilled cheese sandwich.
Yes, agreed. The plant-based panzanella salad, creme brulee, and ratatouille faro risotto.
Oh, I guess creme. Wait, but I thought creme brulee involved eggs.
I don't believe so.
Oh.
And maybe not the way they make it. Who knows? So
Disney magic.
Let's move on to Olga's Cantina, which you and I enjoyed when we went. We had a hard time getting in, but we finally
we just had drinks in there.
We did only have drinks.
We saw some of the food, but
and I'm not going to look at breakfast because I'm not going there for breakfast.
Yeah.
Looking at the dinner food, Gara Outpost Roll, which is only available to July 20th, so it doesn't matter. 5 blossom bread with mustard cream, so it's basically a pretzel. Batu bites.
What, like chicken wings?
A light crisp snack mix from the Galaxy. So I'm guessing it's probably like carrots and stuff like that.
Oh.
You
better have them make them look different. You better have some different colored carrots on that plate.
Spiced rochery pods. So it's edamame.
edamame.
Oga's Obsession, which is Minute Maid lemonade, cotton candy flavor, and a blueberry flavored filled boba with bursting dried fruit mixture.
That's almost too much.
Batu Wild's Bounty, pastrami infused whipped cheese, mustard seed spheres, pastrami, chervil, pickled ribbons, and pickle salt, served with warm focaccia bread.
What?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yo, you know what we need? We need to just be able to go. We need to be able to we need to talk to some. I wish we knew somebody at Disney and just like, hey, can we just do a taster of all these so we can, and we'll show it on the podcast.
Yeah, because Disney needs our podcast.
I know they don't, but I'm just saying it'd be fun. It'd be easier way to try all this stuff and see it.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening. Before we go into the dining packages, there is one other restaurant which doesn't appear to be listed on its own. That's interesting. So the Blue Bayou is not listed on its own. So let's talk about the Fantasmic dining packages because I'm gonna want to do this. So you've got a couple of participating restaurants.
Fantasmic.
Yes. Treat yourself to a delicious down-home dinner at Riverbell Terrace. Then after your meal, sit back right at your table and enjoy prime viewing of the magical, pyrotechnic splendor of Fantasmic premium package. You can also dine at the Riverbell Terrace or Blue Bayou restaurant at lunch or dinner and select a package that includes a tasty 3-course meal plus admission to a separate Fantasmic viewing location that evening.
Oh, a separate viewing location. I was like, wait, what?
So the participating restaurants are the Blue Bayou, the Riverbell Terrace, and they have the Riverbell Terrace has the premium package and the standard package.
What's the
Brian says hopefully Fantasmic will be back. They shut it down after a fire occurred. And I mean that was months ago.
I thought that was almost a year ago.
Yeah, I thought that it had already reopened.
I thought it's been reopened.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but
Dragon caught on fire.
So the interesting thing is from a pricing standpoint, the Blue Bayou obviously is expensive. It's $89 per adult, $35 per child. The premium package at the Riverbell Terrace, where you can just sit there and eat and watch, is $75 per adult, $45 per child.
But kind of makes sense. But
does it make sense?
A little bit. I mean, the food options at Blue Bayou are probably a little bit better. And not when I say a little bit, I mean a lot.
For sure. Oh, Stitch ate the page.
Oh well.
So that's the sit down restaurants.
There's too many like fast eats places. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, here if you pull up the all dining, no filter except for sort by location, and then you expand just the map, right? And you look at this thing and you zoom in on Disneyland, which is what we're looking at for right now. So many places to eat and get food.
Yeah.
And of course, one of your boys' favorite right here, Idlewice Snacks. Do you know why? Do you remember why?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there he is. That's
get your turkey leg.
Barbecue.
Oh, hey, look, Disney 100 offerings. A Disney 100 thermo tumbler. Or
just a cup.
It is just the cup, or you can get it with a frozen slush for $1 more.
Oh, well, that sounds like.
Oh, look at how much the turkey legs have gone up. $12.99.
How much were they last year or 2 years ago?
When we went, they were $9.99.
Oh dang, $3.
Man, poultry's gone up.
Yeah, man. Oh well.
But for sure, we're gonna have to do turkey legs again.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Are we gonna do that corn dog challenge too?
Which one? Corn dog challenge.
Yeah, see who can plow through one of the corn dogs faster.
I mean, well, oh no, you did. That's right. You did the jalapeno. You did the spicy one, right?
I did the hot link, yes.
Yeah, you did the hot link. Yeah, that's already gonna happen. But yeah, no, we don't have you don't have to worry about that one. But I think for sure the turkey leg. But you like to savor yours. I had to do the challenge. I got it done. We have the video still.
Yeah, it's somewhere probably on our stream from, because we went live with it.
Oh,
So
that's right. Yeah, in the ether somewhere now.
had to wash your hands. I mean, me too. Had to wash our hands like 4 times to.
The even the water like it was like nah, I'm not.
Yeah, it did not want to cut that grease whatsoever.
No, that was it was in there. I remember like when I was wiping my hands off after I washed my hands, the paper towel was sticking to my fingers. I
Mhm.
was like, come on, Disney, get some better paper towels in here. Where's the scats?
So one of the other cool things that will exist when we go this time is Toontown with its new
yeah.
refresh and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Runaway Railway.
Are you excited for that?
I actually really want to do that.
Our dam Brian was actually just down at Disneyland, so that'll be his excuse for why he can't go. And he's getting married.
No,
so.
he's getting married. That's why. And even though we told him he should do part of his honeymoon at Disneyland,
right? Doesn't it make sense with as much of Disney nerds as they are? And
yeah,
I don't get it. Maybe his fiance doesn't like us for some reason, having never met us.
I wouldn't like us either.
Yeah, no, that's there is some truth there.
If I didn't know us, sheesh.
So what else is going on, man? Anything fun, exciting, new, interesting?
Not really. Just like I said, just trying to get some stuff done around here, and hopefully I'll have get some of this artwork up on the wall so our downstairs doesn't look so naked. Our downstairs is like it's this big giant white wall with nothing on it. So I'm working on. I want to get some stuff up there for that. So
makes sense.
Yeah, actually, I saw this thing. It's a Star Wars. It's printed on the metal on a metal plate, and it has a couple hundred Star Wars characters from like all like the entire canon apparently, and like X-wings and Imperial ships and all that kind of stuff in the background. And so I really kind of want one of those, but I'll probably put that upstairs. That might be in my room, but it looked amazing, at least on the prints. And so I watched the video on Instagram and was like, yo, I really want one of these. And so, and the guy actually the guy who owns the company sent me a personal message and was like, hey, James, we saw your message and we have 3 different sizes, and let me know what you're interested in. And I was like, oh, okay. That's good and cool.
Yeah. The only thing I will say in regards to that as a negative, James, is don't bring girls back to your place.
And like I said, it might. I mean, if they're coming back here, they're gonna have to be somewhat kind of nerdy about that kind of stuff, or at least be open to it. And actually, there was one thing I needed to do before we went anywhere, so I'm going to go look for it here. For Lawrence
Iriarte, who directed episodes 2, 3, and 4 of Murphy's Inc. of season 2.
Instagram is just Lawrence Iriarte, so it's LAWRENCEIRIARTE. That is his Instagram. And then for Senor Diego, I always spell his name wrong. It's Diego dot Iriarte, so DIEGO period IRIARTE. And so all their pictures and stuff are up there. Yeah, that's Lawrence's, and Diego's page is also up. So give those guys, give them a check. See what they have, and if you happen to be at Comic-Con this week and can get a commission from them, do it. If you were able to come to AriCon and they'll be there, get a commission from them there, it'll be worth it.
For sure. And there was another.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was not. I thought the dragon catching fire was here in California.
Yeah, I know I didn't know about a dragon catching fire during a parade.
Yeah. And anyways, well, if you don't have anything else, I certainly feel pretty good. I guess the last thing I'll leave it with is if you are going to be joining us at Disneyland, which we would love to see you there,
Yeah.
make sure that you represent the Fat and Black Connection in a good way, whether it's through the hoodie sweater or, of course, my personal favorite, the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Well, James, send them home.
All right, guys. And if you don't know, now you know. We'll see you guys next